actually like makes stock motion video. They're properly told narratives.
What do you mean?
I think that's the name of the channel. What do you mean with an exclamation point and a question mark?
The next question, which is, what do you mean?
You will learn something new in this channel.
This What Do You Mean is brought to you by the South Australian State Budget. Now, I've just learnt about, so I get to then share my new knowledge about pipelines for sand. Man, they've got pipelines for everything, don't they? Now, this has got What Do You Mean coming at it from every angle, in every way, and yeah, exactly why this channel is a thing. Alright, this here says 52.4 million, but the budget measurement statement I was reading had 49 million, but either way, regardless, that's enough money to make you go, oh, hang on, what is that going to? What are we spending that on? And then it all began, having to look into why we need these pipelines for sand, where they're going, how they run, and just how they work, like pumping sand. And that led me to find that we already have some of these. They have them all over Australia, but in Adelaide, they're going from Glenelg to West Beach. That's more southern beaches to non-Adelaideans, which from previous budgets and articles stated that that was a $25 million project back with our Labor government, because they've stated it is natural for the sand to drift north. So then they pump the sand back down, apparently. And what they want to do with this 49, 52 million or however much is go further north by about pretty much double of what they've already done. So yeah, they want to go then to Semaphore and pump sand back down to Glenelg and West Beach. So people from South Australia, you feel me. Now, I've always known that we've carted sand in from other places and they've carted it up and down the beach. And from my understanding of it, it really must sort of be just for the aesthetic of it, because I am grasping at straws to think of too many other reasons. It's just, I guess, people picture a sandy, because I personally hate it. It gets all over you. You get clothes, towel in your car, in your house when you get home. If you have pets, they're going to be covered in it. It's like nature's glitter. And when it's really hot and you want to be at the beach, but then there's this big strip of burning ground, like, brilliant. Anywho, back to this pipeline. Looking into it, researching it, and like, what do you mean sand pipeline? And shout out to my housemate for getting in on it too. And just like showing him, oh, we've already got these. And like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, massive pumps underneath the beach. And it full got me like looking like a climate change denialist or something, because comparing photos of the same beach, one from like, what was it, the 70s or 80s, maybe even earlier, to one from a couple years ago, I think it was like 1968 to 2014, and just getting all pedantic about it with the whole, you can tell from the streets that this isn't quite at the right angle. The cars look like different sizes. It's not from the same distance away. And we don't know what time of day it's at. It's like, because the whole thing with beaches, tide, that's already making a dramatic difference just within a day's cycle. But that's just trying to be logical about it all, because then you're looking at this going, we're going to spend a lot of money so we can pipe sand up and down the beaches to keep the beaches nice. And yeah, if we really want to look at this picture and go, oh wow, look at the change, it sort of would be, the sea is a lot fucking closer, isn't it? Is that going to go back? Or are we just going to keep pumping sand for the sea to consume and eventually just appear at the street and then the shop front? And then the main road to the beach would be a boat ramp. Because shit like this is quite like literally where the ostriches sticking our heads in the sand. Because in the same budget, anything to do with trying to look after the environment kind of fucked that off. And fines and fees and licenses and everything have gone up a crazy amount. Only tax relief or like concessions would be for major landowners, and every other South Australian is going to get absolutely shafted. But we get sand pumped around our beaches. Woo. Oh, and you know it checks out because even checking on Google Maps and the little yellow line, it's a little bit thicker up north, and you go further down south and it's just a tiny little bit of yellow. And it's meant to represent the sand. It checks out. Google Maps won't lie to you. And yeah, researching into the corrosion of Australian beaches, in some places have it real fucking bad. Like, there are people are already going to have to either, like, they have to abandon their houses because you cannot sell them because no one's going to buy something that's about to fall off a cliff. I just love it too because we're putting these man-made massive pipelines to pump sand up and down, and God knows how much power that would take. But a big reason of the erosion of the sand is people and the population and the just being there. But then also the pollution, especially from our waste, killing off the grass and native grasslands that would keep the sand down and from drifting, wiped all them out with our waste and pollution. So the natural thing that was the solution to this problem, kill them. We, fuck that up. But it's all good because whatever man fucks up, man can fix with a pipeline. Jesus Christ. And I wonder how people that live closer to the South Australian coast than I do, people that live in the suburbs where these beaches are, how they feel about it, if it's a good idea or a bad idea, or money well spent, or if it's a priority that's well kept. Because now, remember, people have to pay to park at the hospital now. Hospital staff have to pay to park at the hospital now. So yeah, it's going to be a tough budget. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on this because, what do you mean pipelines for sand? Fucking... Oh, and shout out to all of my What Do You Mean team. You've made a great little crew of yourselves and really couldn't have done this without yous. And that's including all the patrons. Your artwork will be coming soon for anyone that's at the $10 tier and above. I am getting the envelopes and stamps ready this week. And as another added bonus to say thank you, I'm going to try and smash out at least 2 videos today and work out a schedule where I can have a routine of what day I'll post or something now that I'm not so busy. Oh, and final note, last thing I'll say, I'll let you go. Let's just take a moment to appreciate that everything I used in this video, I literally had lying around the house. Most of it was in arm's distance. Peace out, guys.